business along with George's Uncle Billy.
George, what's the combination to the safe?
Oh, we wrote it down so you wouldn't forget it.
Oh, that's right. Where?
Your wallet, Uncle Billy.
Oh, thanks.
Lovable fellow, just forgetful is all.
Who's that?
That's Henry F. Potter, the richest and meanest man in all of the county.
Peter Potter's here.
Mr. Bailey, Mr. Bailey, Mr. Bailey, there is nothing quite so loathsome as a family business. Now, Peter, you know what I'm here for. I'm on a very tight schedule, a family to evict at 3.
Okay then, Mr. Potter, but here's the thing. I just need a little more time. Just 30 short days and I'll dig up the 5,000 somehow.
Have you put any real pressure on those people of yours to pay their mortgages?
Times are hard, Mr. Potter. A lot of people are out of work.
Then foreclose.
I can't do that. These families have children.
They're not my children.
Oh, but they're somebody's children, Mr. Potter.
Are you running a business or a charity ward?
All right.
Not with my money.
Mr. Potter, what makes you such a hard-skulled character? You have no children, no family. You can't even begin to spend all the money that you have.
So I suppose I should give it to all the miserable failures like you and that idiot brother of yours to spend for me?
He's not a failure. You can't say that about my father.
George,
He's wrong. You're the biggest man in town.
George, we will talk about
Don't
this
let him say that about you, Pop.
Tonight!
What kind of business are you running here? Good God, man. George worked for his father, saving enough to see him through the university. That summer, though, he was going to Europe. George got a job on a cattle boat and was ready to do a little traveling before college. Old man Gower surprised him with the gift of a great big suitcase. On his way home from the store, he ran into his friends Ernie, the cab driver, and Bert, the cop.
Hey, Ernie.
Hey, George!
Hi, Bert.
Hey, George, what's the suitcase for?
Oh, I'm a rich tourist today. Hey, how about driving me home in style?
Oh, sure, your highness! Hey, hop in the cabs. And for the carriage trade, I puts on me hat.
Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey. Looks like you're ready to get out of here.
Oh, hello there, Violet. Say, you look good. That's some dress you got on there.
Oh, why, this old thing. I only wear it when I don't care how I look. See you later.
Wouldn't you just like to chase after her?
Yes.
Hey, want to come along, Bert? Hey, we'll show you the town.
No thanks. I think I'll go see what the wife's doing.
Family man.
George saved up money to go away to college. His bags were packed and he was all set to go.
Boy, oh boy, it's hard to realize it's the last night in the old Bailey boarding house.
Oh, we're sure gonna miss you, George.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you too, Pop. Tell you, what's the matter? You look tired.
Oh, I had another tussle with old Henry Potter today.
Oh?
Oh, I thought when we put him on the board of directors that he'd ease up on us.
Oh, I wonder what's eating the old money-grubbing buzzard anyways.
Oh, he's a sick man. Frustrated and sick. Sick in his mind, sick in his soul, if he has one. Hates everybody that has anything that he can't have. Hates us mostly, I guess.
Hey, George, can I borrow your tuxedo studs?
Yeah, sure. Help yourself, Harry.
Well, where are they? In your suitcase?
Well, I'm not taking a tuxedo across on a cattle boat, you know.
Say, where'd you get that fine piece of luggage, anyhow?
Oh, Mr. Gower, a going away present. One of these days you're going to see it all covered with labels from Italy and Baghdad.
Hey, why didn't you come to the dance tonight?
Oh, what, are me bored to death?
Well, you couldn't want a better death. Lots of pretty girls. Hey, I gotta hurry.
I wish we could send Harry off to college with you, George.
Oh, we see we've got that all figured out, Pop. You know, we'll send Harry. Harry will take my place at the building alone and work there for 4 years, and then he'll go.
Well, he's a little young for that job.
Oh, no younger than I was.
You were born older, George. I suppose you've decided what you're going to do when you get back from college?
Oh, well, you know what I've always talked about, you know, building things, design new buildings, plan modern cities.
Still after that first million before you're 30.
Oh, I'll settle for half that in cash.
Of course, it's just a hope, but well, you wouldn't consider coming back to the building alone, would you? I know it's early to talk about it.
Well, gee, I don't know, Pop. I couldn't face being cooped up in the rest of my life in a shabby little office, and I'm sorry, Pop. I didn't mean that remark. But it's just this business of nickels and dimes and spending your whole life trying to figure out how to save 3 cents on a length of pipe. I go crazy. I want to do something big. I want to do something important.
You know, George, I feel that in a small way, we are doing something important. Satisfying a fundamental urge. It's not too much for a man to want his own roof and walls and fireplace. We're helping him get these things in our shabby little office.
I know, Dad. I wish I felt it. I've been hoarding pennies like a miser here in order to... most of my friends have already gone to college, and I just feel like if I didn't go away, I'd bust.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're right, boy. This town's no place to live if you're not willing to crawl to Potter. You get yourself an education, and then you get out of here.
I'm glad you see what I'm talking about, Pop. Well, say, I think I'll go down to Old Main Street, last night in town and all.
Have a good time, son. Who's that?
Why, that's Violet Bick.
The little girl from the candy counter.
That's right.
Hello, Georgie Porgy.
Oh, hello,
What gives?
Oh, nothing.
Where are you going?
I'll probably end up down at the library.
George, don't you ever get tired of just reading about things?
Yes. What are you doing tonight?
Nothing.
Well, what do you say, Vi? Are you game? Shall we make a night of it?
Ooh, I'd love it, Georgie. What do we do?
Oh, wait, let's go out into the fields and we can take off our shoes and we can walk in the grass.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, and then we can go up to Stewart Lake. It's beautiful up there in the moonlight, and we can swim. And then we'll climb Mount Bedford, and we'll smell the pines, and watch the sunrise against the peaks, and we'll stay up there the whole night, and everybody will be talking, and it'll be a terrific scandal, and then
Have you gone crazy? Walking in the grass in my bare feet? Why, it's 10 miles up there to Mount Bedford. You think that just because you like...
Well, okay, well then just forget the whole thing.
Forget about what, George?
Oh, nothing, Sam.
Hey, you remember Mary, don't you?
Hello, George.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Say, you wouldn't mind walking Mary home, would you?
Oh, no, of course not, long as it's okay with you, Mary.
Fine by me.
Great, thanks. George walked Mary home. Is that important, Joseph?
I'd say it is, because even though Mary lived only 4 blocks away, it took them 2 hours to get there.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Won't you come out tonight? Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon. Oh, hot dog, gee whiz, just like an organ.
Beautiful.
Hey, you know, if it wasn't me talking, I'd say you were the prettiest girl in town.
Well, why don't you say it?
Well, I don't know. Gee, maybe I will. Hey, how old are you anyways?
18.
18?
Too old or too young?
Oh, no. It's just right. Your age suits you. Hey, look where we are, Mary.
Oh, the old Granville house.
Yeah, I gotta throw a rock.
Oh, no, don't. I love that old place.
Well, no, see, you don't understand about deserted houses, see? You when you're on a deserted house, you make a wish and you throw a rock.
Oh, but George, it's lovely. I wish I lived in it.
In there? Oh, gee, I wouldn't live in that thing if I were a ghost.
Oh.
Here, watch this. Huh, here. Pretty good, huh? I broke the window there, see?
What'd you wish for, George?
Well, not just one wish, Mary, a whole hatful of them. See, Mary, I know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, and the next year, and the year after that. I'm gonna shake the dust of this crummy little town off my feet, and I'm gonna see the world. Italy, Baghdad, the Parthenon, the Colosseum. Then I'm going to come back here and go to college, and I'll see what they know. Then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields. I'm going to build skyscrapers 100 stories high and bridges a mile long. What, you going to throw a rock too? Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, what'd you wish for, Mary?
Oh no, if I tell you, it might not come true.
Oh, hey, Mary. Oh, hey, come on, Mary. What do you want? You want the moon? All you got to do is just say the word.
Okay, the moon. I'll take it. And then what?
Well, then what? Well, I'll throw a lasso around it and I'll pull it down, and then you can swallow it, and it'll all dissolve. See, and then the moonbeams will shoot out of your fingers and your toes and the ends of your hair, and then Am I talking too much?
Yes! Why didn't you kiss her instead of talking her to death?
What was that?
Old man Collins on his front porch.
Youth is wasted on the wrong people.
Hey, you come back out here, mister. We'll show you some kissing and put hair back on your head. Why, you just get back out here, mister.
George!
Oh, Uncle Billy.
Oh, George, get in the car, quick. Oh, your father's had a stroke.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry, Mary. I've got to go.
Come on, George.
George's father died that night, Clarence. So, of course, George couldn't go to Europe. But that fall, as he was ready to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan held a meeting. They were going to appoint a successor.
Now I
want the board to know that George gave up his trip to Europe to help us straighten things out here these past few months, and it was greatly appreciated. I think that's all we'll need you for, George. Good luck to you at school. I know you're anxious to make your train.
Yeah, I have a taxi waiting downstairs.
Mrs. Chairman, I'd like to get to my real purpose of this meeting. I claim that this institution is not necessary to this town. Therefore, Mrs. Chairman, I make a motion to dissolve the building and loan and turn its assets and liabilities over to the receiver.
Oh, no, we
It is too soon after Peter Bailey's death to discuss chloroforming the building and loan. It was his faith and devotion that are responsible for this organization.
I'll go further than that. I'll say to the public, Peter Bailey was the building and loan.
Oh, that's fine, Potter, coming from you, considering that you probably drove him to his grave.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. That's what killed him. Now, I don't mean any disrespect to him, God rest his soul. He was a man of high ideals, so-called, but ideals without common sense can ruin this town. And what does that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. And all because of a few starry-eyed dreamers like Peter Bailey stir them up and fill their heads with a lot of impossible hooey. Now, I say we're going to take it...
Just a minute. Just a minute there, Mr. Potter. Now, hold on just a minute. Now, you're right when you say my father was no businessman. Oh, I know that. Why he ever started this cheap penny-ante building alone, I'll never know. But neither you nor anyone else can say anything against his character. Because his whole life was, why in the 25 years since he and Uncle Billy started this thing, he never once thought of himself. Isn't that right, Uncle Billy?
Oh, you got that right.
Well, he didn't save enough money to send Howard to school, let alone me. But he did help a few people get out of your slums, Mr. Potter. Now, what's wrong with that? You said that, what did you say just a minute ago? That they had to wait and save their money before they could even think of starting a decent home? Well, wait. Wait for what? Until their children grow up and leave them? Until they're so old and beaten down that do you know how long it takes a working man to save $5,000? Well, you just remember this, Mr. Potter, that this rabble you were talking about, they do most of the working, paying, living, and dying in this community. Well, is it too much to have them work, pay, live, and die in a couple of decent rooms and a bath? Anyways, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, they're cattle. Well, in my book, he died a much richer man than you'll ever be.
I'm not interested in your book. I'm talking about the building in Lowe.
Well, I know very well what you're talking about. You're talking about something you can't get your fingers on, and it's going you. That's what you're talking about. I've said too much here. You're the board here. You do what you want with this thing. But there's just one thing more. This town needs this measly little one-horse institution, if only to have some place where people can go without crawling to Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Sentimental hogwash. I want my motion.
Well, now, he's got a point. Just coming out of the board meeting, I'll have to call you back. What happened, George? All we could hear was a lot of yelling.
Oh boy, Matilda, you should have heard George.
Yeah, they're boating us down in there.
Oh, George, get out of here. You missed your boat trip. Do you want to miss college too? Oh, don't worry about the board. They're just putting us out of business. So what? I'll just get another job. I'm only 55.
You're 58.
George, they voted Potter down. We're still in business.
Whoopee! We're still in business! We're still in business!
But there is one condition, George. They've appointed you to take your father's place.
Why me? Why me? Uncle Billy here. He's your man.
You can keep him on, that's all right.
Well, now let's just get one thing straight here. I'm leaving. I'm going to school. This is my last chance.
But George, you've got to take it. They'll vote with Potter otherwise.
So, George Bailey didn't go to college.
That's right, Clarence. He gave his college money to his brother Harry, and Harry went instead.
But what happened to that good-looking girl, Mary?
Oh, George saw her now and then. Not very often, though, because Mary went away to school, too. Anyway, George waited 4 years more for Harry to come back and take over the building at Lowe. Then he could still see the world. He planned to work the oil fields in Venezuela.
There she blows. Hey, Uncle Billy, you know what the three most wonderful sounds in the world are?
Breakfast is served, lunch is served, and dinner is
Oh,
served.
no. Anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles.
Oh.
And here's the professor now.
Well, if it isn't old George, Geographic Explorer Bailey. Uncle Billy, you haven't changed a bit.
Nobody ever changes around here, you know that.
Well, I'm glad to see you, Harry.
Say, where's Mother?
Oh, she's at home cooking the fatted calf.
Wait. This is Ruth Dakin.
Ruth Dakin Bailey, if you don't mind.
Huh?
Well, I wired you. I had a surprise. Here she is. Meet the wife.
Well, what do you know? A wife!
Well, how do you do? What am I doing? Congratulations! Congratulations! Hey, Harry, why don't you tell somebody? Hey, what's a pretty girl like you doing marrying this two-headed brother of mine?
Well, I'll tell you, it's purely mercenary. My father offered him a job.
Oh, so he gets you and the job. Oh, Harry's cup runneth over. Come on, Ruth. Let's start ahead and leave the bags for the fellas.
All right.
George, about the job. Ruth spoke out of turn. I never said I'd take it. You've been holding down the bag here for 4 years, and, well, I won't let you down.
It's all right, Harry. It's all right.
That night, the homecoming for Harry became his wedding party. Uncle Billy familiarized himself with the spirits.
Oh boy, I feel so good I can split an old Potter's eye. I think I'll do that right now. Well, what do you say? Maybe I should just go home. If you just point me in the right direction.
Right down there.
Oh, right that way, huh? Good night, old building, old lone old pal. We'll see you later. I'm all right. I'm all right.
George?
Here, I'm out here on the porch, Mother. I just came out to get some air.
Well, how do you like your new sister-in-law?
Oh, she's swell.
Looks like she'll keep Harry on his toes.
Yeah, keep him out of Bedford Falls anyways.
George. Do you know that Mary Hatch is back from school?
Yeah.
Nice girl, Mary.
Suppose so.
Oh, stop grumbling. Give me one good reason you shouldn't call on Mary.
Oh, Sam Wainwright. Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him.
Oh, well, how do you know that? What, you discuss it with her?
Besides, Sam is away in New York and you're here in Bedford Falls.
Oh, and all's fair in love and war.
I don't know about war.
Well, all right, Mother, I think I'll go out and find me a girl and do a little passionate necking.
George!
Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Bailey. Oh, by the way, do you want any books from the library?
The library? George, you go and see Mary, you hear?
Hello, George.
Oh, hello, Mary. I just happened to be passing by.
Your mother just phoned and said you were on your way to pay me a visit.
My mother called you? Well, how'd she know?
Well,
I didn't tell anyone I was coming over here. I just went for a walk and happened to be passing by. I don't know what you... Just went for a walk, that's all. Hey, when did you get back?
Tuesday. Would you like to come in?
Well, I guess, since I'm here. Say, where'd you get that dress?
Oh, do you like it?
It's all right. I thought you'd go back to New York with Sam and Francie and the rest of them.
Oh, I worked there a couple vacations, but I don't know. I guess I was homesick.
Homesick? For Bedford Falls?
Why, yes. And my family and... oh, everything. Would you like to sit down?
Well, all right. Only for a minute. I can't understand it, though, you know. I didn't tell anyone I was coming over here.
Would you rather leave?
No, I don't want to be rude.
It's nice about Harry and Ruth, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's all right.
Well, don't you like her?
Of course I like her. She's a peach.
Oh, it's just marriage in general you're not enthusiastic about, huh?
No. Marriage is okay for Harry and Sam Wainwright and you.
Mary, who is out there with you?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? What does he want?
I don't know. What do you want, George?
Me? Not a thing. I just came in to get warm.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
You tell him to go right back home and don't you leave this house. Sam Wainwright promised a call from New York tonight, didn't he?
You know, your mother needn't. I didn't come here
Well,
to.
then what did you come here for?
Well, I don't know. You tell me. You're supposed to be the one that has all the answers. You tell me.
Well, why don't you just go home?
Well, that's exactly where I'm going. I don't know why I came here in the first place.
Mary, the telephone! It's Sam!
I'll get it. Hee-haw! Hello, Sam. How are you?
Ah, great. Gee, it's good to hear your voice again.
Oh, that's awful sweet of you, Sam.
Forgot my hat.
Say, there's an old friend of yours here, George Bailey.
You mean old Mossback George?
Yes, old Mossback George.
Oh, hee-haw! Put him on!
Wait a minute, I'll call for him. George?
He doesn't want to speak to George, you idiot!
He does so. He asked for him. George, Sam wants to speak with you.
Hello, Sam.
Hey! A fine pal you are. What are you trying to do? Steal my girl?
Oh, What do you mean? Nobody's trying to steal anybody's girl.
No. Just wait a minute here. Hey, I want to talk to the both of you. Tell Mary to get on the extension.
Oh, Mother's on the extension.
What? I am not.
We can both hear you. George, put your head a little closer.
Oh, okay.
There. No, that's better. We're listening, Sam.
I have a big deal coming up that's going to make us all rich. Hey, George, you remember that night at Martini's bar when you told me about making plastics out of soybeans?
Plastics and soybeans, yeah.
Well, hey, my father's checked into it, George, and now, well, he's going to build a big factory outside of Rochester. Now, what do you think of that?
Rochester? Why Rochester?
Well, why not? Can you think of anything better?
Well, I don't know. Why not right here in Bedford Falls? You remember that old Tool and Machinery Works? You tell the father he can get that for a song, and all the labor he wants too. Well, half the town was thrown out of work when they closed down, and...
That's so.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell him. Hey, that sounds great. Oh, baby, I knew you'd come through. Now, here's the point, George. I may have a job for you. That is unless you're still married to that broken down building and loan. Oh, Mary.
Oh, I'm here.
You tell that guy that I'm giving him a chance of a lifetime. You hear?
He says he's giving you the chance of a lifetime.
Give me that phone. Now you listen to me, Mary. I don't want any soybeans. I don't want any plastic. I don't want any job. And I don't want to get married. Ever. To anyone. You understand me?
George.
I want to do what I want to do. And you're not gonna... Mary. Oh, Mary. Mary, I love you.
We will return to WBFR Playhouse of the Air's presentation of It's a Wonderful Life in just a few moments. But first, gentlemen, does your hair resemble a dried out bird's nest full of damaged flakes? Do you plaster your hair down like a cheap gigolo, smelling to high heaven?
Hey, you, what a stink.
When girls get a gander at the tip top of your noggin, do they go,
Ew.
well, here's a friendly hint that just may help you in the romance department. Starting tomorrow, why not try Bremel Hair Tonic? Yes, sirree. You'll be heading for success with Bremel Groomed Hair. A success with the gals and on the job. Bremel always keeps hair looking mighty attractive, always in place. A real sex appealer.
Wow.
Bremel Hair Tonic does lots more than keep your hair handsome looking.
Bremel the Swank Hair Tonic makes a filthy bird's nest clean. A little dab will do ya. All the pretty gals will scream. Not only will dames love it, your barber will shout out with glee. Bremel the Swank Hair Tonic, your dandruff will be history.
Buy some Bremel today. Your hair will thank you. And now, back to It's a Wonderful Life. George and Mary were married, and following the wedding and reception, George's old pal Ernie, the cab driver, drove the happy couple to the train station.
Hey, where are you two going on this here now honeymoon?
Oh, we're gonna shoot the works, Ernie. A week in New York, a week in Bermuda, the highest hotels, the oldest champagne, the richest caviar, the hottest music, and the prettiest wife.
Here's the kitty earning $2,000. My, I feel like a bootlegger's wife.
So you're finally getting out of bed for Falls, huh? Well, then what?
Oh, then what, honey?
Well, after that, who cares?
Oh, that does it. Hey, Mrs. Bailey, hey, I haven't kissed you since...
What? Hey, George, Take a look over there. Funny things happening over at the bank. It looks like a run.
Well, hey, pull over here a minute, Ernie, will you?
George,
Sure.
let's not stop. Let's go straight to the station.
No, I'll be right back, Mary.
Oh, George, please.
I'll be right back.
Hey, now, let's see what's the whiteboard.
Well, hey, no, wait a minute. What's going on here? Uncle Billy, what is this? Is this a holiday? Why are the doors locked? There's a crowd out front.
Oh, this is a pickle, George.
All right, now, just tell me what happened.
All I know is that the bank called our loan. I had to hand out all of our cash.
All of it?
Oh, every last cent of it.
Holy mackerel.
And then I got scared, George. And I closed the doors.
So our charter says we need to stay open until 6 o'clock or we'll lose our license.
I know. Bailey brother.
Get me, George.
George. It's Potter.
Hello.
George, there's a rumor around town that you've closed your doors. Is that true?
No, it isn't.
Do you need any police? The mobs get pretty ugly sometimes, you know.
We're fine.
We'll see. Now, George, I'm going all out to help this crisis. I've just guaranteed the bank sufficient funds to meet their needs. They'll close for a week and then reopen. I may lose a fortune, but I'm willing to guarantee your people too. Just tell them to bring their shares over here and I will pay 50 cents on the dollar.
You don't miss a trick, do you, Potter? Or you're gonna miss this one.
If you close your doors before 6 p.m., you will never reopen.
You just took over the bank, Uncle Billy.
Come on.
All right now, Billy, but open the doors. Just let him in.
All right.
Now, just a minute, everyone. Now, this thing isn't as black as it appears. I have some news for you folks. I've just talked to old man Potter, and he's going to guarantee cash payments at the bank.
How about our money, George? Where's our money?
Oh, no, please, just wait a minute. Now, listen to me. You're thinking this place all wrong. The money's not here.
What? What's
not
here?
No, just wait a minute. Just let me tell you. Your money's in people's houses. Why, in the Kennedy house, and the McLaren house, and in your house, and 100 others. No, what are you going to do? You foreclose on them?
Well, I got $242 in here, and $242 isn't going to break anybody.
All right, Charlie, you'll get your money in 60 days.
60 days?
Well, that's what you agreed to when you bought your shares now, isn't it?
I got my money. Old man Potter's taking over the bank. He'll pay you 50 cents on every dollar.
Now, just wait a minute, everyone. Just wait a minute, please, folks. I beg you not to leave. I beg you not to do this. If Potter gets a hold of your shares, you'll be owning the building alone. Well, he's got the banks, he's got the bus lines, he's got the department stores, and now he's after us. Because he wants to keep you living in his shacks and paying the kind of rent he wants you to pay. No, we can get through this all right. We've just got to stick together. We've got to have faith in each other.
My husband's out of work.
I've got doctor
need
bills
money.
to pay.
Can't feed my kids with faith.
Well, we still got some money. We've got $2,000 from the wedding.
Hey, Mary, hey, look at here. I got $2,000. Hey, this will tide us over until the bank reopens. Hey, Charlie, how much did you need?
$242?
Oh, no, Charlie, just enough to tide you over until the bank reopens.
I'll take $242.
All right, okay, now, Uncle Billy, give Charlie $242. Okay, now, Nellie, how much did you need to get by?
$20, I suppose.
Now we're talking. Now, Mrs. Thompson, how about you?
But it's your own money, George.
Now, never mind that. Now, how much did you need, Mrs. Thompson?
Could I have $17.50?
17. Bless your heart. Of course you're going to have $17.50. Uncle Billy, give her $17.50. Now, you pay it back when you can. So that's a loan, see? You pay it back when you can. Now, all right, now, who's next?
Look at the clock. And look.
Oh, this is it, Uncle Billy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 6 o'clock. Woo, boy, we made it. Hey, lock the door up, Billy. Boy, oh boy, we're still in business and we even got $2 left.
Whew. Bailey Brothers building in... Oh, just a minute. George, there's a call for you.
No, look, no. Will you just get my wife on the phone? Now, she's probably over at her mother's house.
Mrs. Bailey's on the phone.
I don't want Mrs. Bailey. I want my wife. No, oh, Mrs. Bailey. Oh, well, that's my wife. Here, I'll take it in here. Hey, listen, Mary, hold on, dear. Listen, I'm sorry. Wait, what? Oh, come home. What home? 320 Sycamore. Well, what home is that? Oh, the Waldorf Hotel, huh? Okay.
Well, that doesn't look like the Waldorf.
Oh, no. Number 320 Sycamore was the old Granville house. The one George and Mary threw rocks at and made wishes. Mary had prepared the house, including a turkey dinner, romantic decorations, and even a marriage bed.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
I'll be.
Remember the night that we threw rocks at this old house? This is what I wished for.
Darling, you're wonderful.
Yes, sir, that's where they spent their honeymoon. That's where they started their lives together. Mary made the leaky old house a home, while George toiled away at the building and loan office, providing houses for people like Giuseppe Martini.
Hey, Mr. Martini, you renting a new house?
Rent? Ha! You hear that, Mr. Bailey? I own this house! Me, Giuseppe Martini. I own this house! No more we live like pigs in Potter's Field.
We brought something for you and your family, Mr. Martini. George and I bring gifts for all the new owners.
For the Martinis. Oh, Maria, come quick! Our first housewarming a gift. Bring in the kids.
Bread, that this house may never know hunger. And salt, that your lives may always have flavor.
And wine that joy and prosperity may reign forever. Enter the Martini Castle.
Bailey houses were popping up all over the place, mostly owned by people that used to live in Potter's Field. And Potter had just about enough of that. So after a couple of years, old man Potter decided to call our George into his office. Sit down, George, sit down. Would you like a cigar?
Oh, thank you, sir. It's quite a cigar, Mr. Potter.
You like it? I'll send you a box.
Well, I suppose I'll find out sooner or later, but just what exactly did you want to see me for?
George, now, that's just what I like so much about you, George. I'm an old man, and most people hate me. But I don't like them either, so that makes it all even. You know just as well as I do that I run practically everything in this town but the Bailey Building and Loan. You know also that for a number of years I've been trying to get control of it, or kill it, but I haven't been able to do it. You have been stopping me. In fact, you have beaten me, George, and that takes some doing. Take during the Depression, for instance. You and I were the only ones that kept our heads. You saved the building and loan, and I saved all the rest.
Yeah, well, most people say you stole all the rest.
The envious ones say that, George. The suckers. Now, let's look at your side. Young man, 27, 28, married, making, what, say, 40 a week?
45.
Oh, I was just thinking of a mulled wine.
Huh?
Heavy on the cinnamon and light on the cloves. Off with you, my lad, and lively now.
Hey, look, mister. We serve hard drinks in here for men who want to get drunk fast. And we don't need any characters around here to give the joint atmosphere.
No, here, no, come on, just give him the same as I ordered. He's okay.
Ah, too double bourbon.
What about this place here? It's all changed.
Well, all of Bedford Falls has changed. You're having your wish, George. You've never been born. Oh, there'll be lots of things that you've never seen before. Oh, good. Somebody's just made it.
Made what?
Oh, every time you hear a bell ring, it means some angel's just got his wings.
What did you say?
Hey, look, Clarence, you better not talk about angels around here.
Well, don't they believe in angels?
Oh, yeah, they believe in them. It's just, you know.
Well, then, why should they be surprised if they see one?
Huh?
Well, don't mind him, Nick. He never grew up. How old are you anyways, Clarence?
Oh, 293. Next May.
All right, that does it. Out you two go, through the door, out the window. Go on, get.
Now, hey, wait a minute. Now, where's Martini?
Will you
Tell him
stop asking about Martini? He ain't here. Well. Look who's crawled out from under whatever hole he's been hiding in.
Hey, it's Mr. Gower.
Hey, you rummy. Didn't I tell you never to come panhandling around here?
George, look.
Gower. Mr. Gower, this is me. George Bailey. Don't you remember me?
Hey, will you buy me a drink, mister? Just one drink? Hey! Breed Pinky, throw the rummy out!
You got it.
No, please.
Hey, Nick, isn't that Mr.
That
Gower?
goes for 20 years in jail for poisoning some kid. If you know him, you must be a jailbird yourself. Hey, Pinky, here's 2 more. Get him out of here.
You got it, boss. Here, let me help you up. The snow is quite cold.
What's wrong with Mr. Gower?
Oh, Mr. Gower doesn't know you, George. You see, George, you weren't there to stop Mr. Gower from putting the poison in that prescription.
What do you mean I wasn't there? What you a hypnotist or something? Why am I seeing all these strange things?
Oh, don't you understand? It's because you were never born.
Well, if I was never born, then who am I?
Oh, you're nobody. You have no identity.
What do you mean I have no identity? My name is George Bailey.
Oh, there is no George Bailey. You have no papers, no cards, no driver's license, no 4F card, no insurance, no family.
Suzu's pedals.
What?
Suzu's pedals. My little girl. There's some petals that fell off her flower. I told her I'd fix them. I put them in my pocket and they're gone too. Everything's gone.
But you've been given a great gift, George. The chance to see what the world would be like if you'd never been born.
You're crazy. You're crazier than a bed bug, and you got me crazy too. Now, I'm gonna go home to my wife and family. You understand that? And I'm going home alone.
You know the drill. Hands behind your back, sister.
Keep your hands off me. Why don't you bust somebody else for a change?
Hey, officer, where'd the building and loan move to?
The building in what?
Well, the Bailey building and loan, it was up here.
They went out of business years ago. Now all that's left is this burlesque house.
Not so fast, copper. I know Potter.
Hey, Violet. Hey, listen, that's Violet Big.
Oh, I know. Believe me, I know.
Well, I know that girl.
Well, who doesn't? Now get out of our way.
Hey, taxi. Ernie, listen, take me home, will you? I'm going off my nut.
Sure, where do you live?
Oh, now, doggone her. Don't you start that with me, too. You know where I live, 320 Sycamore. Now, hurry up.
Okay. 320 Sycamore?
Yeah, hurry up. Suzu's sick.
All right.
Now, look here, Ernie. You gotta straighten me out. I've got some bad liquor or something. Now listen to me. Now you're Ernie Bishop. You live in Bailey Park with your wife and kids. That's right, isn't it?
You seen my wife?
Seen your wife? I've been to your house 100 times.
Look, Bob, what's the idea? I live in a shack in Pottersfield, and my wife ran away 3 years ago and took the kids. And I ain't never seen you before in my life.
Okay. Well, just step on it, will you, and get me home.
Is this the place?
Of course it's a place.
Well, this house ain't been lived in for over 20 years.
Mary! Patty, Jamie, Tommy.
They're not here, George. You have no children.
Where are they, Clarence? What have you done with them?
All right, put up your hands.
What is this?
No fast moves. Come on at it, both of you.
Bert, thank heavens you're here. Bert, hey, listen, what's happened to my house? Where's Mary? Where are my kids?
Watch him, Bert.
Come on, come on. I'm gonna take you down to the station.
Now, listen, you've got to listen to me. It's a fellow there. He says he's an angel, but he's tried to hypnotize me.
Don't make me use my nightstick.
Bert, I hate to do this to you, but...
No, George, George, run, George, run! Oh.
Ma Bailey's boarding house.
Well,
Mother,
Mother, what do you want?
Mother, this is George. I thought sure you'd remember me.
George, if you're looking for a room, there is no vacancy.
Mother, Mother, please, just try to understand. Something's happened to me. I don't know what it is, but I just need a place to stay. Please let me stay here.
I don't take in strangers.
Well, I'm not a stranger. I know everyone you know. Your brother-in-law, Uncle Billy.
You know him.
Well, sure I do.
When did you see him last?
Well, it's today over at his house.
That's a lie. He's been in the insane asylum ever since he lost his business. And if you ask me, that is where you belong.
I'm here again, George.
My own mother, my own mother didn't even know me.
Strange, isn't it? One man's life touches so many others, and when he isn't around, he leaves a pretty big hole, doesn't he?
Now look, you, I've heard of things like this before. You've got me under some sort of a spell or something. I'm gonna get out of it. I've got to. No, I talked to Billy this afternoon. There's no way he's in an asylum. I gotta snap out of this stuff. Just let me think. But Bailey Park.
Well, there is no Bailey Park if you weren't around to build it.
Well, we'll see.
This is Bailey Park. People live here. Pretty grim.
This is where Bailey Park is supposed to be. What's this gravestone doing here? There's a name on it. There's a Bailey name on it.
That wouldn't be yours.
Well, my father's name is here. What's this other name? It's my brother's name is here. Harry's name is on it.
Your brother broke through the ice and drowned at the age of 9.
That's a lie. Harry Bailey went to war. He got the Congressional Medal of Honor. He saved the lives of every man on that transport.
Every man on that transport died. Harry wasn't there to save them because you weren't there to save Harry. You see, George, you really had a wonderful life. Don't you see what a mistake it would be to just throw it all away?
What do I do now, Clarence? What do I do?
It's your life, George.
What's happened to Mary, Clarence?
Mary?
My wife, Mary, what's happened to her if I was never born?
Well, I'm not supposed to tell you that, George.
Look, I don't know how you know these things, but you do. Please, just tell me where is she. Just let me see her. That's all I need to make a decision.
Very, very well, George. But you're not going to like it.
Where is she, Clarence?
She's an old maid, George.
Where is she?
Well, she's just about to close up the library. There must be some easier way to earn wings.
Is the library closed?
We can't stay open all night. It's Christmas Eve.
Can I ask you something?
I really should be getting home.
What is there to get home to?
That's none of your business, sir. The library is closed. Maybe you should try back on the 26th.
Mary,
How do you know my name?
Oh, listen, all I need is a couple of minutes.
I told you the library's closed.
Please, just 2 minutes. That's all I need. I'll do anything.
You sound no idea what's happened either. Now come on in, they're on their way.
Well, who's on their way? What, the police department, the FBI, the National Guard? Mary, I'm alive again. Listen to me, Mary, I'm alive again.
Now you stand right here, right? And don't you move, I hear them. They're on their way.
Oh, is he?
Come on in there.
Wonderfully. Oh, Mary did it.
George, Mary just did it. Oh, she told a few people that you were in trouble, and they scattered all over town collecting money. Oh, they didn't ask any questions. They just said, if George Bailey's in trouble, you can count on me. Oh, you've never seen anything like him.
What is this, George? Another run on the bank? Here you go. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
The line forms to the right.
Come on in,
Mr. Gower, Merry Christmas. Mr. Martini, step right up.
Hey, I broke the jukebox too.
Mr. Gower!
Yeah, I made the rounds on my charge account.
Violet Bake!
I'm not going to go, George. I've changed my mind.
Violet!
I wouldn't have a roof over my head if it wasn't for you, George. Here you go, $242.
Charlie. And I've been saving this for a divorce, if I ever get a husband.
Merry Christmas, George.
Merry Christmas, Mother! Oh,
Merry Christmas.
Hey, just a minute here. Hey, quiet down, everybody. Hey, I got a telegram from London.
Oh, London.
Mr. Gower cables, you need cash. Stop. My office instructed to advance you up to $25,000. Stop. Hee-haw and Merry Christmas. Sam Wainwright.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King.
Hey, George, how you doing?
Harry! Merry Christmas, Harry! Oh, Harry, it's good to see you.
Mary, it looks like I got here too late.
No, I got him up here from the airport just as fast as I could. The old fool flew all the way up here in a blizzard.
Harry, what about your banquet in Washington?
Oh, I left right in the middle as soon as I got Mary's telegram.
Oh, how about some wine?
Sounds like a good idea. A toast to my big brother George, the richest man in town.
Friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence.
What's that?
That's a Christmas present from a very dear friend of mine.
Look, Daddy. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right. Attaboy, Clarence. Attaboy. For